Welcome to a special episode of Tough Topics. I'm your host, Vonny Sweetland. With the 2022 federal conservative leadership race underway, minds, eyes, and thoughts are all on the candidates who have declared that they're running. The vote is set to take place on September 10th, but the horses are already out of the barn, with some calling this a battle for the soul of the Conservative Party. Well, this morning I'm excited to announce that we have an exclusive interview with the Honourable Member of Parliament for Haldimand Norfolk and Leadership Candidate, Dr. Leslyn Lewis. MP Lewis, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Vonny. Thanks for having me here today.
Of course. Well, I'm going to jump right into it because it really is an honor to have you and there's so much to cover. You ran for leader in 2020, placing third, and of course now you're the representative for Haldimand Norfolk. What made you put your hat in the ring again this time around? And for the viewers that may not be familiar with you as a person, why should Canadians consider Dr. Leslyn Lewis as their leader of the Conservative Party?
Well, Vonny, unfortunately, a lot of the reasons why I ran last time are still present. Our country is very, very divided. We're seeing that our politicians are using hate and fear and demonization as a strategy to polarize. We're seeing that our economy is really in shambles right now. We need to rebound out of COVID. We need to unite the country. We need to find ways that we could work together as a nation to build prosperity and unity and just bring back the Canada that we were used to before COVID, rebounding us out of COVID, doing things like focusing on our environment, finding environmental solutions together that are not predicated on the backs of the least able to pay. And so those are some of the challenges that I think are very, very important, along with some of our freedoms that have been eroded and that we have to focus on making sure that we uphold our democracy and get back to trusting our democracy.
Sure. And as I said, for the folks that may not be familiar with you and maybe didn't tune in last election cycle, what do you say to those people and why should they vote for you as, again, their Conservative leader?
Well, I am not a traditional politician. I'm not one of the legacy politicians. I've spent most of my years in the private sector, building business, creating wealth, employing employees, teaching at the law school. I've taught at Osgoode Hall Law School. I've also taught at the University of Toronto and getting an education and raising a family. So I understand the challenges of the average Canadian. I haven't been in the bubble of Ottawa my entire life. And so when Canadians come to me with real challenges, I can actually think of life experiences that I share in commonality with them and find solutions that would really work to make our country a better place.